My name is Mary Wilson, and I am not married.
How old are you, Mary?
21.
21. All that success. And your name?
Diana Ross, and I'm not married. I'm 21 years of age also.
Florence Ballard, 21, not married, still looking for my baby love.
Your baby love?
Till somebody loves you, you're nobody.
Nobody care about little old me.
Baby love does.
You're nobody till somebody cares.
The Supremes were formed back in 1958, and it was because of Flo that Diane and myself came together as the Primettes along with Betty McGlone. We went on, rehearsed, and got ourselves ready, finally going to Motown Records, and finally having a hit record. The rest, of course, is history.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was a love like this before.
The 2006 film Dreamgirls powerfully illustrates the challenges Black women face in the entertainment industry. It follows the Dreamettes, a musical trio striving for success in the 1960s. When they get the chance to perform as backup singers for a popular soul artist, it opens the door to their own career. However, there's a catch. Their new role requires a change in the lead singer. Effie, the group's original lead, is a curvy, dark-skinned woman with a remarkable voice that all agree is the best in the group. But the new opportunity prioritizes appearance over talent, pushing the slimmer, light-skinned Dina to the front, as she appeals more to a white audience. This decision not only offends Effie, but also deeply affects her emotionally, made worse by the fact that their manager, who called for the switch, was her boyfriend. With Dina as the lead, the group's fame soars. Effie, meanwhile, struggles with feelings of inadequacy, believing her appearance is why she couldn't succeed. Dina's beauty is celebrated to the point where the group's name changes to Dina and the Dreamettes. She gains solo opportunities, a documentary, a movie deal, and even marries the group's manager, Effie's ex. This series of events damages Effie's self-image, confidence, and mental health. Her talent is overlooked, her relationship is lost, and her self-worth is diminished, all due to the emphasis on physical appearance. The legendary Loretta Devine was part of the original cast of the 1981 Broadway show Dreamgirls. This iconic production, which turned the song "And I Am Telling You, I'm Not Going" into a classic, starred Shirley Ralph, Jennifer Holliday, and Devine herself. On an interview on Sirius XM, the Emmy-winning actress spoke about the colorism the women faced during the time. Kane X, I've heard a long-standing rumor, though I'm not sure if it's true, that for Dreamgirls, the creators specifically wanted dark-skinned women in these three roles. Is that accurate? Devine responded, yes, and people called us Dreamgirls from the planet of the apes. You all can be so mean. I know how cruel people can be, and that was because we were dark-skinned. In 2006, Shirley Ralph, who portrayed Dina Jones, also discussed the creators' intentions to cast three dark-skinned women as the leads. She noted, it's interesting. When Tom Ian, the creator, developed this concept, he said the dreams had to be three obviously Black girls. Why? Because America will always choose the light-skinned, long-haired Black girl. It's easier for them to uplift her. Ralph continued, for the obviously Black girl, if she succeeds, she's earned her place because no one is trying to push her forward. That's why Tom insisted the dreams be three clearly Black women. Reflecting on the film adaptation, she remarked, when they cast Beyonce as Dina Jones, I thought, wow, this is exactly what Tom Ince predicted. They would gravitate toward the light-skinned, almost blonde Black woman because that's who they're comfortable with. That's the reality. So now I'm going to talk to y'all about how Jennifer Hudson basically told NBC News how she had to change herself to be like in the role. So Jennifer Hudson basically said that, she said, I never experienced anything quite like what Effie went through, but everyone has faced rejection. So I drew from that experience. I thought, oh, that's where I've been turned away, Hudson explained. For their roles, Knowles was required to lose 20 pounds, while Hudson needed to gain weight. Unlike many aspiring stars in Hollywood, Hudson has openly discussed her views on body image. Weight is definitely a part of this industry, but it can set you apart and make you unique. Hudson said, everyone else is small, why do I need to be too? Hollywood could use some more normal-sized people, so I'm perfectly fine with that. For Hudson, the biggest challenge in Dreamgirls wasn't gaining weight, but embodying Effie's attitude. Director Bill Condon played a key role in guiding Hudson through this transformation. He knew that Jennifer is really sweet and professional, but Effie isn't, so I needed to adopt Effie's character, Hudson shared. He took the time to understand me so he'd know how to approach me, recognizing what I needed to fully bring Effie to life. And so I think it's cool, you know, actors and actresses or whatever, they might adapt their bodies for roles. But I keep hearing the same thing when it comes to Beyonce, whether it be like acting roles or when it's like the actual Beyonce, when people talk about her in Destiny's Child, that people either darken their skin or they had to do different things to make Beyonce stand out. So I just thought it was interesting how in the role that Beyonce had to lose weight and Jennifer Hudson had to gain more weight. And again, I know that this is to add on to the theatrics of, I guess, the drama, but it also makes me feel like people understand that a lot of Black women are beautiful and just as beautiful as Beyonce, but oftentimes people do weird things to like try to make Beyonce stand out. And I'm not necessarily blaming Beyonce, but I just think it's really strange behavior. Anyway, the 2006 film Dreamgirls powerfully illustrates the challenges Black women face in the entertainment industry. It follows the Dreamgirls, a musical trio striving for success in the 1960s. Effie fully expresses her inner emotions throughout the songs like I'm telling you I'm not going, but it also allows other characters like her partner Curtis, who was played by Jamie Foxx, to reveal his thoughts and acting abilities. So one like big fatphobic remark he made was, you've been late, you've been mean, and getting fatter all the time. I feel like this depicts on fatphobia and colorism as well, because one way to make Beyonce or Effie seem as even desirable or justifiable of how she was treated or sent to the back was like, oh, well, Effie's this mean, fat, dark-skinned Black girl. And I feel like this happens a lot of time. Like sometimes people gaslight a dark-skinned fat woman without like sometimes even find out, well, why is this person upset? And so, a lot of times it's because how people were treating them. I'm going to play a few public opinions and then I'm going to conclude.
Again, y'all, excuse my appearance. I do not look my best today. Don't look at me, Abras. But you know what? Someone has been requesting this movie for about a while now, and I completely forget. Sometimes I just have to remind me. But let's start because I love me some musicals. I'm so glad the name wasn't Dreamettes the whole movie, because it sounds like a little Krispy Kreme special type of donut. I'm not mad at it. This movie was the shade and a little bit of tea about the Supremes. I love it! I'm sorry, but I know I'm not the only one, but I feel like their performance definitely should have won. Tell me I'm lying. You can't. Jamie Foxx was in his motherfucking bag through this whole year when this movie came out. Bro, y'all need to give him his flowers right now. I should have known he wasn't shit when his name was Curtis. It's like every Curtis in a movie or TV show, they end up not being shit sometimes. I see a pattern. Effie's problem this whole movie was the fact that she wanted to be the boss. Girl, it's two other voices. We all can sing. Sometimes let us get a little part in the song that's a little bit longer than ooh ah. But I get it, girl. You talented and you're not gonna settle for less. But then again, the group already low-key kind of had tension. Just a little bit. I don't care what nobody say. They stayed doing Effie wrong this whole fucking movie though. We all know who this character was based off of. If you know, you know. Cece did not have Effie's back the way he should have had her back this whole movie. I feel like you was just too blinded by the lights and the fame and the money that you didn't care about how they were treating your sister. It's beyond me how he never laid hands, feet, and elbows on Curtis. What type of brother are you? Obviously not Effie's. We all know who this character was based off of. Whole time Beyonce did a great job. I'm not even gonna stunt. She definitely had the mannerisms down and the faces down pat. I just low-key feel like Dina was plotting the whole time to sleep with Curtis. fake ass friend. Because ain't no way y'all just moved on and happy, snug as a bug in the studio and shit. It's beyond me that Eddie Murphy did not win an award for this movie. I honestly think this is one of his best performances. Like, maybe it's just me, but I really feel like he should have won an award for this movie instead of Norbit. Norbit is litty like a titty, but come on. Because Jimmy like the bone. Jimmy like the bone. Yo, Anika does not get the credit she deserves. Whenever people talk about this movie, they completely skip over her. She's an amazing actress and has an amazing voice. Like, even when Princess and the Frog dropped, people still didn't really give her credit. Stop playing with her! It's just beyond me that you swore you wasn't gonna mess with a married man, but then you was in his bed. Like, I just know you not. Like, how does the dick feel? Does it feel forbidden? Because that's what it is. Have the nerve to cry because you weren't invited to the funeral. Side chicks do not get invitations to go bury and say goodbye to their loved ones. Stay your coleslaw ass at home. She really sung like this and he looked at her and gave not one fuck. This scene was lit. But imagine fighting with somebody and then they like just break out in song. Like, what the fuck am I gonna sing back because I wasn't prepared? I definitely feel like she should have told Curtis that he had a child though. Girl, collect that child support. What the fuck you doing? I'm not gonna lie, both versions of One Night Only is good, but the Dreams did it way better. The gowns at the end of the movie were gorgeous. I still feel like something heavy should have landed on Curtis the whole movie.
This post on X said, let me start some ish. The two villains of Dreamgirls. Now, if you go back to the original person's Twitter page or X page, you'll see all of the comments agreeing with this. Do you agree that these were the two villains of Dreamgirls? Comment down below.
Curtis was in his feelings about her comment, so he decides to say this.
Dina, you know why I chose you to sing lead? Because your voice has no personality, no depth.
Curtis tells Dina that she should just give up on the movie and that only he knows what's good for her, and Dina took this frustration and poured it into a song. As she's singing, we see a montage of her being forced to do the movie she didn't want to do, her finding out about Effie's song, her calling Effie and hopefully apologizing. I mean, might as well. We also see Effie, Marty, Cece, and their lawyer visiting Curtis's office. And that voice that had been buried deep within Dina came screaming out.
I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you think you gave to me.
No personality, my ass. Anyway, Curtis learns why Cece and Marty are there. They are planning to take legal action against Curtis for trying to snuff Effie's record. At first, Curtis wasn't bothered, but when they pulled out all the evidence they had, Curtis started to get worried.
When this movie came out, I went Gifted.
In conclusion, Dreamgirls offers a powerful critique of how fatphobia and colorism influence who gets a place in the spotlight. These struggles reflect broader societal biases where talent and charisma often take a backseat to narrow beauty ideals that prioritize slimness and lighter skin tones. By showcasing Effie's sidelining, the film invites viewers to question the validity and impact of these standards in both media and real life. So what are y'all thoughts? Let me know down below. I don't like musicals, but I did like Dreamgirls. And it's probably because it hit comedy. It was funny. And that was like the height of Beyonce's career. And just, you got to kind of understand who Jennifer Hudson was. So I thought it was a cool movie. What's your thoughts? Let me know down below. And thank you so much for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.